Cox, whose decision was that? What was the thought process?
Well, the thought process was just a change up. He came in Sunday morning from Florida, and we both sat down and talked for a long time, and we both agreed that it was the best decision, and we went with it. I think you guys will make a bigger deal out of it than we will. For me, he's sitting up there watching tape, because that's where you sit and watch tape all week, so you're able to see the same picture. Sometimes down the field, you don't see that same picture. You rely on information you get rather than looking at it yourself. And whether it helped or not, who really knows? Maybe we played a little better offensively tonight. Maybe that defense wasn't as good as Florida. I don't know. But we thought that it would be a good change up and thought it'd be good for Jacob because he could still talk to him on the headphones.
Kirby, you guys have had some down to the wire losses during this stretch. How important was it to get over the hump in this one?
It was pretty obvious. It was really important. I mean, it's important for the confidence of these kids. It's important for this program. It's important for this university. These kids work hard, and you would like to get rewarded with victories when you work hard. It just doesn't always do that. I told the kids before the game, look, you can't let frustration, anger, or anything be an anchor. Because if it's an anchor, it weighs you down. We don't need weight. We need to free up and go play and relax and go play and try to challenge them to do that. And I thought some of the kids did. Don't play uptight, go play.
Kirby, you've been preaching balance a lot. How would you analyze the run and pass combination tonight?
I would analyze it 215 to 245, so it was not balanced. But it was close. 245, 245 balanced. So we're obviously looking for balance, but it's something that you've got to make a decision. We made a decision to go 3 wides, open it up a little bit when we started struggling. Now, you can criticize that because we were running the ball good and 2 back, but they started stopping us. So we've got to have things we can go to. We've got to have ways to use our good players and let them help us in the game. But the first thing we got to do is protect the ball.
Kirby, right before Kentucky kicked the field goal, they were driving up there. You called that timeout on first and goal to kind of let the defense rest and respond and just.
I'll take credit for that, but that really wasn't why I called timeout. But I thought that did play a critical role in the stop. But I won't say that we did it because of that. It was more of a 2 freshmen being in there lined up wrong. And look, guys, that's a physical team. We got a D line. We got a big D line that was very tired, and that's a physical team. Trenton's dinged up, so now we're playing 4 freshmen in the game a lot, and it was tough.
Yeah, Trenton, Catalina, what's the status on them?
I can't tell you on Catalina because I don't know yet. I didn't find out before I came here. Trenton, we think will be fine. He just had a dinged up hip, like a hip point.
Speaking of those young freshmen, how big a step forward did Julian take tonight?
Yeah. Well, I'd say ask Julian, but y'all get mad at me because you're not allowed to talk to him. So, but Julian was that was a physical game. Julian had that freshman look a couple times, and I just can't wait until some of these guys are upperclassmen and they get to do that. Because they're the freshmen. Look out there, Tyler Simmons is out there with Riley Ridley, Isaac Nada, Charlie Warner, and Jacob Eason. And then I look out there, Mikhail Carter, David Marshall, and Julian out there on the defensive line. It's when you play in the SEC, it's tough. And Julian was a physical game. He's tired, he's sore. And that's a credit to Kentucky. They got a good physical football team, but he never quit. He kept fighting.
How has Javon progressed in this offense that's he has targeted as much as he was today?
I think he's getting confidence. I think Coley and Jim were showing confidence in Javon and able to put him in positions to throw him the ball. He caught the 1 deep ball. He's got to play a little faster throughout the game, but he made some big catches in the game.
You had Nico back, I guess, for the last kickoff. Is that something going forward you may take a look at?
Reggie got dinged up a little bit. I think he's got an AC joint sprain, so he's the next guy. Certainly, that was a heck of a time to have your first opportunity to return it. But he's the guy. He's the guy that practices there. He's the guy we trust and have faith in. And, he was going to get a chance to return it if it hadn't been so deep.
Coach, you said that you knew that Rodrigo was going to nail that last 25-yarder. What did you tell him before that kick?
Just relax. I didn't have a whole lot to say because I don't like jinxing kids. I don't like talking to him before that. He don't want to be messed with. He's that kind of kid. So relax and drill. I actually thought that Mark might freeze him again, but he was probably trying to reverse the psychology there and just not do it.
For the first time in his career, I think Nick fumbled twice in the same game. Did you have a talk with him at any point just to kind of try to keep him up?
Told him to run harder. What you don't do with a fumbler is tell him not to fumble. What good does that do you? don't fumble. That doesn't help me, coach. Just told him to run harder. So he keeps running hard, good things will happen.